Story time of the most wholesome man I ever had the privilege to serve as a customer being a bartender. Rest in peace, Mike. I had just started working in this bar and I had no idea what I was doing. Being a new bartender, you have to work the morning shifts, which is completely fine because you get the opportunity to actually have conversations with people that you wouldn't normally have. And as always, this just started as a normal day. A gentleman came into the bar, sat down, ordered a few orange crushes, paid his tab, tipped, and left. Basically the best customer you could ever ask for. And he started to come in more frequently. And the more often he came in, the more stuff we actually started to talk about. I learned that he was not only a firefighter, but he was there during 9/11. Already, I had an enormous amount of respect for this man. Pretty soon, he started talking about his family more. And you could tell from the get-go, this man not only loved his family, but his daughters were his world. Like, he loved his daughters. He talked about them all the time, and it didn't even get annoying. Like, it never got old. Always had a new story, and always had a smile on his face. And I'll never forget the one day that she actually did come in, but I was busy, and I didn't really have a chance to talk to her at the time period, or really have much of a conversation with him that day, which I honestly regret to this very moment. And it wasn't before long that he kind of just stopped coming in. Kind of sucked too, because I really enjoyed those conversations. I just assumed he either went to another bar, maybe had work to do, or, simply just had life to have to sit there and worry about. It was always in the back of my head, but I didn't really lose sleep over it because I'm like, this man's a happy guy. Like, I know he's going to be all right. A couple years later, I moved to the city, and I started drinking at the bar that I now work at. It wasn't before long, right before this time period, I had started having conversations with one of the bartenders. Come to find out that she was the daughter of this man, Mike. Needless to say, I was excited because I'm like, I love your dad. Man, this guy is fucking amazing. So naturally, I had to ask, how's Mike doing? And without even flinching, she looked right at me and she was like, oh, he died. That was a blow to my heart. Like, I didn't know how to respond. I didn't know how to act. I hadn't a clue. Come to find out, he had passed away from cancer. He would show up to this bar every day, so he'd have the rare opportunity to see his daughter sometimes between classes or after class. And he wanted to spend his final moments, knowing he was sick, that he wasn't going to be around much longer, with the things and the people in his life that mattered the most. This father wanted to spend every waking moment with his daughters as much as he possibly could, even if they were too busy. And it really just brings a smile to my heart almost, because it's like, this is what a true father looks like. If that isn't family and father goals right there, I don't know what is. And I really feel like that's a part of our culture now that's really starting to be lost, like true family values. But every time I want to sit there and think of an example, this man comes to mind. And I had the privilege of meeting this man when he was not going to be around for much longer. And it not only breaks my heart, but it makes me smile. And if you ever happen to see this message from the great beyond, I just want to say that you raised an amazing family, Mike. Rest in peace, and thank you for giving me Sam. Love you, Sam.